Paralowie R-12 School is located in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. We've got around 1,400 students across the whole site, with around 130 Aboriginal students. Paralowie R-12 School is part of the Nasser Alliance, and what that does is it creates opportunities for students in those schools. So it could be through school-based apprenticeships, school-based traineeships, working with the Workabout Centre and trying to find pathways for students so we can improve students' skills and give them different opportunities.
The Workabout Centre is a school-to-work transition model where we focus on the school retention, SACE completion and post-school pathways for Aboriginal high school students. So every week we run a work readiness course. It's called 5 Steps to Work Readiness. So a student will come to us and we'll help them identify some goals, and they do an individual training plan, and through that we help them prepare for their first experience in employment or the training environment, giving them skills like resumes and cover letters, how to apply for work and training, interview skills. And through that, they'll identify, I need to get my driver's license, or I need to get a white card. I'd like to undertake construction training, or I'd like to be a nurse. And then we really focus on what that involves for them and helping them set out what training they need to do and a bit of a timeline to achieve that.
We've got also the NASSSA program, which is the South Australian Aboriginal Sports Training Academy program. And it's offered to students in years 10, 11 and 12. And through that they can earn a number of SACE credits, and they can also complete a Certificate 3 in Sport and Recreation if they get through to year 11 and 12 as part of that.
So a key component to the program, and including vet certificates, is the idea that we support students looking at further pathways post-school, so looking at either employment pathways in fields like sport and recreation or fitness through those certificates, or the broader understanding that those key skills that they're learning in those vet certificates can be transferred to any industry.
The skills that these individuals are being taught with a Cert 3 in fitness will transfer into a number of different roles, whether you're looking at working as a mechanic, tradesman, working in an office facility. We're talking about skills in communication, leadership, empowering young people to have a voice. All those sort of things come out of the Certificate 3 in fitness course. One
of the key benefits of the NASSSA program to me is the idea that students get to learn in a culturally safe space. So not only are they surrounded by peers who obviously share their acknowledgement of Aboriginal culture being a completely Aboriginal class, but also the wraparound support that comes with that class.
I just think it's a big impact on your life when you're figuring out who you are, because I never understood my Aboriginal side. I just always knew about my white side. Now I'm understanding more about myself. I'm understanding the language. It's just amazing.
One of the key components of the program is bringing in industry experienced people and Aboriginal role models as much as possible. So we look at the pathways that students want to move on to, and we will link in people from that industry, and as much as possible we try and find Aboriginal people working in those roles so that the students see that there's a realistic pathway there for them, and that it's not just something where Aboriginal people traditionally haven't been, so I can't go there as well. It's more about getting the right people around them to give them the confidence that that's something that they could move on towards.
Well, the NASSSA course, they give you great opportunities for a career. We go to career expos and they give us out forms for plumbing, electrician, construction, everything. They give you the best opportunities. I went through a plumbing course. I'm doing a plumbing course at the moment in Cert 3, so I'm almost finished that.
We're trying to get students to obviously finish their schooling and get through to year 12, but if they can get a number of different certificates and courses under their belt along the way, that by the time they finish year 11 or year 12, they might have completed 3 or 4 different courses and actually got some valuable skills.
One great component of this is the fact that as an employer, we've now identified a number of young individuals that are competent in our industry, that are going to be leading on to completing their Certificate 4 in fitness and potentially being employed by the company based on the Certificate 3 in fitness that NASSSA has provided.
By including the vet certificate, we've seen approximately 100 students a year for the last 3 years completing a Certificate 3 Sport and Recreation, and this year with our introduction of the Certificate 3 in Fitness, we're looking at approximately 65 students gaining another industry standard qualification, and I'm really proud to know that that has helped drive improved SACE completion outcomes in South Australia, which through statistics will show that that's going to increase the health and well-being and further education outcomes for Aboriginal people in the state.